Hi, my name is Graham Codrington and I'm a futurist. No, that's not an admission like you do when you're at Alcoholics Anonymous. Being a futurist is my job. That doesn't mean I can predict the future. I wish I could, but nobody can do that. What it means is that our team at Tomorrow Today Global tracks trends. We look at data, we look at history, we look at patterns and systems. And we try, and we've been doing this for 20 years, we try and help our clients to anticipate what will happen in the future and prepare for what not only we expect to happen, but also what's possible. We did, in fact, predict a global pandemic, not in the sense that we predicted it would happen and put a date on it, but in a number of articles in a book that we wrote many years ago, we looked at some of the big forces, some of the big issues that might cause a massive systemic change across the world. A global pandemic was one, an asteroid strike was another, a solar flare that had an electromagnetic pulse that destroyed all the world's computers, that was another one, and there were many others. Obviously, these events are too big to plan for. You can't put budget aside and plan for them, although most governments should at least have some contingencies around that. And big, large multinational companies should be keeping some stuff in reserve if some of these eventualities happen. But we can't plan for these crises. But what we can do is adapt and adjust when they hit us. In the world that we live in at Tomorrow Today, we are passionate believers in the concept of adaptive leadership. It's an actual model of leadership. It was first developed at Harvard University by Ron Seifert and has been used in many different ways around the world. And our team at Tomorrow Today has taken it forward into many different business applications. We'd love to help you and your team get your head around this concept of adaptive leadership. The concept is very, very simple. We can't put in place strategies at the moment to deal with one particular path going into the future. Let's be honest, you can't even put a budget together for the next 12 months. And so you need an adaptive approach. You need an approach which can get you moving in a certain direction, but has the ability to adjust and change as the circumstances change around you. The problem with that is that your current systems and structures aren't going to work for you. Your current systems and structures are not suitable for this adaptive environment. Top-down leadership, where small leaders wait for big leaders to make decisions and tell them what to do, that just won't work. Micromanaging your team and looking at their hours every day and going in and supervising them and telling them what to do and then getting them to report back, that's not going to work. We need self-directed teams in an adaptive environment. We need teams of teams that are agile and can change and adapt on their own. We need leaders who are prepared to honestly trust their teams. I know you say you trust your team, but now your trust is being tested when they're all working from home. And when people need to make decisions without going through the endless stream of meetings and approvals and legal and compliance that is your normal day-to-day work. You know what I'm talking about. And we've got to change all of that. We've got to adapt our organizations in order to be adaptable to the environment we now find ourselves in. If this is something that you know that you need in your organization, our team at Tomorrow Today Global is set up to help you. We have professional studios in our homes. We are able to do this at a distance. We have also adapted and adjusted our online style so that we don't just come in and dump what we might have done in a classroom or an executive boardroom session or at a business school leadership development program. We don't just dump that onto video or into webinars and get a whole bunch of talking heads in the room. We have an entire adaptable online process that we will use with your team. So please be in touch with us if this sounds like something that you feel you might need at the moment. No obligation, just a conversation. Please contact our team at tomorrowtodayglobal.com and we'd love to show you what we can see in an adaptive environment and how we might be able to help you become more adaptable in this crisis period. It is, in our opinion, the most important thing for you to be doing now, so that you can set yourself up not just for success in this COVID crisis, but actually to set yourself up for success in the rest of the 2020s, which, if you haven't forgotten yet, is going to bring all those disruptions that were coming your way, are still coming your way in the rest of the 2020s. We'd love to help you to be ready for whatever faces us in the rest of this decade.